Now, Lani, you mentioned that you travel with your wife and your son.
Yeah.
Now, break it down to the people that don't know you personally, how that changed your flight, the way you fly, and how you make it work. Because that's important. Now it's summertime. A lot of people are going to take trips. Some have little kids. Some don't. Some want to sit away from the kids. Kids don't bother me. My kid was on a plane. I knew what it was like. When they scream with the ear pressure, I get it. So what do you do? What changed for you, and how do you deal with it?
Yeah, so I would still say I am in transition into parenting. I'm still transitioning into parenting. So it actually starts back as a solo traveler before I even met my wife, my now wife, I should say, where I had a specific travel strategy that worked well for me. So it's like, hey, Joe and I wanted to go take a trip. Joe's on the East Coast. I'm currently on the West Coast. And it's like, hey, let's just meet up in Chicago. Let's meet up in Vegas. You book your thing and I book my thing. We just kind of go. And then, got into the relationship aspect where it's like, now I got to book for two, which made things a little bit different because I'm like, yo, it only took a couple of trips for me to be, come on, man, you burning on my miles and points. Like, you need to get in this game. But like, let me show you a thing or two. Let me teach you what I'm doing. That.
And
I did. Yeah.
And you live, bro?
I'll put it like this. She has the same United Explorer card that I got off of my referral so she could start getting it. Because she learned from me, like, yo, this dude makes a whole lot of sense. And I taught her like all my different tricks on how I earn so many miles. And so she was like, no, this works great. There's times where even while we were dating and even while we were married, like we'll go home for the holiday and I'll book my trip home. And even though she's sitting right next to me, she'll book her trip with her points and miles because she got so many as well. So it was a very early start to say, I'm in this game, this is how I'm doing it. If you want to stick with me, you got to do it too.
So that was the criteria to stay with you.
It was part of the criteria.
His wife, you had to join United.
It was part of the criteria.
That's the takeaway I got, Lani.
Yes. Because I was like, once again, like most people, I'll fly any airline I want. And I'm like, well, I fly United. So if you want, if we're doing this together, you like get on the train or get left at the station. Which one is going to be?
Xavier says it best. That's the way to do it. It's a package deal.
It's a package deal. Came with the deal. And still to this day, I'm still like that. I still do it.
Do you pool your points with her now that you could pool points? Have you done that?
We pull our chase points together. Yes. Now I earn way more points than she does, but we'll still pull them together. So for example, like I said, I just booked a trip for 2025 next year. And I'm like, yo, I just used 19,000 points on this hotel. Why don't you go ahead and transfer me over to 19,000? It doesn't matter that I got like over a couple 100,000 chase points. It's just the fact of it, like, yeah, we share these finances, we share these points. Now for the miles, we don't do that anymore. And that's only because speaking of that third level of transition and coming into parenthood, of course, after my son was born, we get so many more friends and family that want to come visit and things like that. So now we've actually separated where she'll use specifically her United miles to like allow her mom to fly out instead. So she'll like use her miles for like family and stuff like that to visit. One, because like I said, I got so many United miles, I got us covered anyway. 30,000 miles ain't going to really like make or break anything when you got over 100,000 sitting in this account over here. But the other part is because I got all the status with United, when I put everyone on my itinerary, they get all my perks because of my status as well. So it even makes more sense.
How does that work? Explain that, because now I'm excited, because you know what I told you before, and I'll bring it up. But how does that work when you're a 1K? How does that work with your family?
Yeah, so United has 4 different status tiers. It's general member, that's like just show up and pay. But then you got silver, gold, platinum, and 1K. There's actually a 5th one. It's called global services. It's like the black card. It's invite only, super secretive, that type of thing. I've never been global services. I've never been invited to. So United, if you're watching, holla at me. I think it's about time. Anyway, with each perk, you get certain, each status, you get certain perks. Now at the highest one, at the 1K, some of my favorite perks are 1, pre-boarding. So before they even call group 1, you get on the plane, which guarantees, like if I'm flying with a carry-on or anything like that, it gets put in the bin above me. I don't have to like put it in the front, go walk to a seat in the back or anything, or gate check it or anything like that. Your check bags, you get 3 free check bags per person on your itinerary, up to 70 pounds, which is ridiculous.
Well, you got bodies in there.
It's only 49.9 pounds for a regular bag at $35. And if it's 50 pounds, it costs you $50. So 70 pounds for free is pretty great. And I travel with a trunk now because obviously I'm a father. So when I pack for a vacation, I put all my stuff in the big trunk and I put my son's stuff in the trunk as well. So I pack with a trunk now. So now I don't have to worry about the 50 pounds. The other thing is you get free, literally free $0 buy economy, and you can get economy plus for free. So when you pick your seat, just go pick the blue seats or the purple seats, $0. What else do they give you? If you are flying economy, you'll get 1 free drink or free meal because you're flying economy, just for sitting in the back. So they'll just come by. You want a burger? My wife loves the tapas boxes. If you've ever flown United, they got those little snack boxes like Relax and Tapas. I forgot what the third one's called. She loves the Tapas one. So every time we fly, we're not sitting in the front, which is now a little bit more often now because I'm not buying a first class seat or business class seat for a 1.5-year-old. She'll just ask for the Tapas box and here, you can have it. You can have mine. What else do they do?
So if you put your wife and you book them through, right? Mm-hmm. Now, you know how you get the premier lane when you get to the airport, they have a separate, I know in Newark, they have that separate lane. So your family's able to travel with you through that lane because they're on the same itinerary?
Yes. Yep. Where and I love how you call it a lane. Now understand, because Newark's a rare animal when it comes to airports.
Oh yeah.
There's no other airport like Newark, and I'll just call it what it is. But with 1K, you can literally get everything checked before you even arrive to the airport. Like I'll get it out of the Uber or whatnot, and literally I could do it at the curbside. I can just walk up to bag drop. They already got all your information. They're waiting for you to show up. Boom. Throw your tag on there and walk straight through security. So you don't even have to talk to anyone if you don't want to.
See, that I explained to some people a while back when the last time I flew, I think it was in April, in Newark, their new gate, Terminal A. So when I got out, you go through this glass door and it took you to the front where you meet the guy at TSA that, you show him your ID. Mm-hmm. That was fire. Like I bypassed everybody and the clear people and everybody else. Like it was the red carpet treatment straight to the front. But I want to mention